these header rows are very similar to the ones that are available in Intelecrm already. I'm going to map up the opportunity type, which didn't manage to find itself in here, which will be type here. Some of the other ones it seems to have found okay, so that's all good. Again, down the bottom we have the account name. Again, this is what I was saying. This is what is going to be critical for us in mapping up these opportunities that we're importing to their associated accounts. You'll see that in this example again, this first opportunity, the first row in our CSV, is going to be associated with Boyd Gaming, which is an account we already have in the system. And again, we're going to need to make sure that this is correctly mapped to the account name. Again, just what I was saying before, if you have the account ID, I'd probably recommend that you map to the account ID rather than the account name. But that's just best practice. This will go away, and if Boyd Gaming if it does find a unique match for it, then it will associate this new opportunity record to that account in the system. Now, I'm going to click to import now. I made a point of putting in some information on our account, on our opportunity CSV, to make sure that it's going to error out on some of the records, because I want to show you how the error detection works in the import wizard as well. So I'm going to hit import now. It's going to go away. It's going to import my 141 opportunity records that I have in my CSV. Right, we get our import results. Success again. We have 139 of those 141 records created successfully. Again, we get a little bit of a mashup of the information that was imported for us. Some of the opportunity names here, 200 services, and the account that they were associated to, Capital One Financial. Okay, so we're happy with that. What you'll also see is we've got 2 errors. It says here that 2 records were skipped due to error. Now we get a couple of extra links here. Now this is because of the errors. It's going to offer us to download a list of the errors, so it will tell us why those 2 records failed to import, and we're going to have the option to download the actual records that could not be imported. So before we go ahead and we mark this import as complete, what we can do is we're going to click on the download list of errors. It's going to give us a CSV of the errors that caused those 2 records not to import. So we're going to look at this in Excel. We'll have a look at what the information is that it gives us here. So the reason for the error, it states here, and it's the same error for both. It says value not in drop-down list. Allowed values are existing business and new business. Now you'll see in column B, it's actually referring to which field that is. Okay. Now the opportunity type is a field on the opportunities module, and it's a drop-down field and only has 2 values available. So if you was going to go and create an opportunity in the system, when you was actually populating the opportunity type, you can only select existing business and new business. It will not accept any other values that do not match one of those 2. And that is the same when you're doing an import. You'll see in column 3, it actually shows us what the value was on the record. So it's saying it will only accept existing business or a value of new business, and that the actual value on those 2 records was referred business. It couldn't match that to the drop-down object or the drop-down array, and so those records were skipped due to error. Now I'll just quickly go back and we'll download the actual 2 records that it could not import. This will probably become a little clearer. I'll click on the second link. Okay, and this is very useful again, because it will actually export. What it effectively does, it gives you an export of the records that you could not import. Now, using the list of errors that we had and these, you can come in here and either update these records to make sure that they do fit the drop-down arrays you have. You'll see here that the opportunity type is referred business, and that we would have to change to existing business or new business. So we could come in here and we could do this. We could change them both to new business. Or the other option would be to go into our Intelecrm, go into the drop-down editor tool, find the array for the opportunity type field, and add an additional value to the drop-down array for referred business. Okay. Now, if we were to do that, we could then go back into the import wizard and import these records again, and they would go in correctly this time because referred business would be an available value on the drop-down of the opportunity type field. Okay. That's a common pitfall that you have to be aware of when you're doing these imports. You just have to make sure that the fields that you're importing into are available. The values, that, especially when you're dealing with drop-downs, are available on the in the CRM, and you can do that prior to doing your import. It's all part of prepping the Intelecrm for the data you're going to be importing into. Okay. So we could go away and we could do that at a later time. Maybe we want to make a change to that drop-down array, but the other 139 records have been successfully created, and we're happy with that. So we're going to say that the import is complete. Okay. Again, we're dropped back to our opportunities module. We're going to jump into one of these ones. We'll look at Boyd Gaming. You'll see that it has created 139 opportunity records for us, and it's found the associated account name. We'll jump into Boyd Gaming and have a quick look at this account record. Okay, so we're looking at the account record of Boyd Gaming. If we scroll down now, you'll see that we had the 2 contacts that we imported on the second import that we did. When we imported contacts, they've been associated to the account. And we also had the 2 opportunities that were just imported on our final import on the opportunities module. Let's jump into the 100 consulting. We'll just make sure, and I'll just show you that the field mappings did come across correctly as well. So on the detail view here, we have the opportunity name, we have the account name, which is Boyd Gaming. We have the type, which is existing business. This lead source was other. And we've got the other information on here, all of the same information that we had on our CSV file has been mapped across correctly. And we have our information in here now. So we've gone through, we've imported accounts. We then imported our contacts and associated those to the account using the account name. We went ahead and did the same process, importing opportunities, and I also showed you how you can import the opportunities and link those to the accounts that we had previously imported. So we've not just imported the data, we've maintained the relationship between those 3 data record types that we imported, and we're already off and running with our data import. The same process that we just went through for importing these records, you will see replicated on the other modules, typically accounts, contacts, and opportunity, the core ones, but you can go through the same process when you're importing cases and some of the other records that you might want to import. If you want further information, I would recommend that you go to our website, which is www.intellestream.net. On there, you'll see a login link in the top right-hand corner, and that will give you access to the Intelecrm support portal. From there, you'll be able to get a bunch of downloadable documents. One of those is the import guide, and that will give you additional information about importing records using the import wizard that we are using today. So I'd encourage you to go across. I hope that this tutorial has helped you guys out a little bit. I hope that's cleared up some of the questions you may have had. If you do have any questions on the back of reading through the import guide that we have available on our website, then you can always submit a support ticket as well. Again, through the Intelecrm support portal, you can submit a support ticket to one of our technical advisors, and they'll be able to help you out with your data imports as well. So I hope that's been useful. Hopefully you'll be able to get your data in here quickly and easily. You've seen how we can do it. It didn't take more than 20 minutes to get all 3 of those areas imported, and we was going pretty slowly as well. So I hope it's been useful. If you do have any questions, you're welcome to submit a support ticket. Thanks for your time, and good luck. Take care. Bye-bye.